This is part 2 of our turkey bone broth.
Here is how the bone broth is doing. You can see everything just totally fell apart. Now I'm going to start pulling the solids out. You can see that the bones are just about falling apart. So I got out as much as I could, and I'm just going to turn it off and let the fat start rising to the top. All this is going to be given to my chickens for a Thanksgiving treat. And I'm going to slow cook the bones on a really low setting in the oven so that way I can grind them up to use them for dog treats. This all seems like a lot of effort, but I also only cook a turkey like twice a year. So you can skip this step if you don't care about fat being in your bone broth. I am just going to skim out some of it, not all of it. I have 3 quarts of water in my canner and a splash of vinegar so the jars don't get cloudy. I washed my jars and now I'm going to start scooping in the stock. Towards the bottom, I'm using a sieve to help sift out the rest of the little bits. My canner will fit 7 quarts at a time, so that's what I'm doing, and I have some left. White vinegar on the rims to clean them off and make sure we get a good seal. If you don't have a canner, then just put this in freezer bags and freeze them. The jars are in. I'm going to put the lid on and crank up the heat. Let this vent for 10 minutes. Alright, now I'm going to put the weight on and bring it up to 11 psi. Once it reaches 11, I'm going to process it for 25 minutes. This is a jar I canned and still have from last year. I was super stingy with these, and basically, if you weren't sick, I wasn't opening a jar. The longest part of this process is probably waiting for this to cool down completely. It's fully cooled, and I'm just going to take the lid off away from myself. I also got 2 more quarts out of my roaster, and I'll put those in the refrigerator and use them up in the next week. Look at that, and they're all sealed. I'll let these rest for 24 hours, remove the rings, and then store them on the shelf.